Riu Palace Aquarelle. Let's do this. We're diving right into the video. As always, this is the cheapest room available here, and it is the latest and greatest Generation 4 Riu Palace design. Essentially the same thing you're going to find at Riu Palace Aquarelle with the Miami style, with the whites and the earthy tones. These are starting to feel like standalone hotel rooms. Right off the entryway is the water closet, great for privacy, also great for entertaining. Split off from that is the separate functional part of the bathroom, dual vanity, split mirrors, step-in shower. When you get into the main area of the room, right off the left is the most important aspect, and that is the 4 Horsemen. And this is my dream setup: a gin, a vodka, a rum, and a whiskey. Below that, Jamaican coffee, and then below that, mini bar, Coca-Cola products, Red Stripe, Presidente bullets, and the large bottles of water, which are everything in the Caribbean. Main area has a decently comfortable king-size bed. Opposite of that, a brand new flat screen TV. The main part of the room has a breakfast nook or desk to the left, and then you have a sitting area to the right. As improved as the rooms are here at Riu Palace Aquarelle, the best feature usually is the landscape and the views, and that is true at this property for sure. Up here on floor number 10, I have views of everything outside on this property. Cascading hills anchor the backdrop. The glass banister gives me views of everything on property. There's an expansive courtyard, Riu stage, water park off in the distance. I'm looking at 3 or 4 pools, and of course the beach and the ocean. And the water here is much more highlighted, much more effervescent, attractive, vivid than what you're gonna find in Montego Bay. So that is the room here at Riu Palace Aquarelle. This property is much larger than I ever expected. There's a lot to do and see, so let's get it started. This was the identical experience, almost, to the one at Riu Palace Aquarelle in Cancun. This layout was a little larger, but still the same style. Asian fusion, it's a great concept, and the menu is fantastic. I think I ordered 6 dishes, and the waiter was extremely apprehensive about taking the order, and I said, trust me, I got this. I'm actually holding back a little bit. We brought out all 6 at once, made me look like a foodaholic. But in the end, I validated myself. My favorite dishes of the night were the triple fried chicken wings as well as the ramen. I did not order the ramen last time in Cancun, and now I'm upset that I did not, because that might be the best dish on that menu. And I finally made it to the gym. I've been meaning to go to the gym since I arrived in Jamaica. I'm finally at hotel number 3, and I carved out specific time tonight to go, and I'm glad that I did, because this is the best Riu gym I've ever been to in my life. Now that is a low standard, no offense Riu, but that's a low standard. Brand new equipment, loads of different styles of weight resistance machines, free weights, medicine balls. There's like a cardio, stretching, just kind of general free space, cold water, towels, open 24/7. I can't believe I've lived without this Generation 4 Riu design as long as I have. It's not a breath of fresh air. It is an entirely new lung transplant. And it is an entirely, completely different experience than Generations 1, 2, and 3. It's like seeing Riu again for the first time. Huge day today, huge rest of the trip actually. Before I get into the rest of this property, I want to tell you about last night and how it finished. It started to finish at the coffee shop, which is not really a coffee shop, even though it has the name Cappuccino, ironically, because it opens at 10 a.m., which means it's technically a bar, and it is listed as one on the Riu website. And I think to have some fun, I'm actually going to do a drink at every bar, and also to challenge myself, I'm going to try to eat at every restaurant, which means henceforth, bare minimum, double dinners, which I'm a little concerned about. But to get back on track, I finished my night at Cappuccino. I had a cappuccino and a latte. On one of those drinks, they infused like a Jamaican slogan, which was the ultimate party trick. I loved it. I've never seen that technology before. And then after that, I got hungry and I went down to the sports bar for some late night food, like around 12:30. And normally down there, not only can you get a drink any time of day or night, but there's also like finger foods, but it's usually like a below average buffet. And I was pleasantly surprised to find that they had a limited menu that was made to order, fresh from the kitchen. And it was indeed fresh from the kitchen. These clouds are fierce. They are swift. They come in instantaneously. The weather immediately during this trip has been transitioning from unbelievable to unbearable. That's looking ominous, which means tomorrow is going to be a gigantic day. All the pools and then all the nightlife. Tonight is going to be huge as well. I have a double dinner and then the Jamaican show. And I ran into one of the entertainers and she told me that it is a must-see. Even better than the one at Riu Palace, Jamaica in Montego Bay, which I raved about. So we will see on that. For this area, for Falmouth and Montego Bay, absolutely the best beach I've seen up until this point. I know I just said that at Hyatt Zilara, but this one is in a different level. When you move 30 minutes this way, the water is more highlighted. It just has those brighter aqua and turquoise colors. This beach has a longer strand than normal. It's also extremely wide. White sands as compared to the more brown ones and golden ones you'll see in Montego Bay. Usually the beach is not the primary attraction in this area in Jamaica, but this one is. And because of that, there is a lot of seating. In Riu fashion, they have it intermingled among the palms. They put the palms in specifically to keep things nice, shady, cool, and relaxed. Compared to nearby Excellence and compared to nearby Ocean Eden Bay, this is absolutely a much better beach. Technically, even though it's starting to rain, my day does not have to end right here, right now. I'm headed to the jerk stand and the coconut hut to get some food, some drink, and also check off some of that challenge. I guess I was going to do it anyways because of my self-imposed challenge, but I'm absolutely glad that rain came because it forced me to the jerk hut. And that may not be the best jerk chicken in Jamaica, but that was probably my best jerk Jamaican experience. Even better than the legitimate standalone Sharkies in Ocho Rios. He took me behind the scenes. He invited me in. The chicken was just falling apart after pulling it up once. He did the essence of the pork with the drip. Great attitude. It was an experience. It was a moment. And I was very thankful for that. The plate was bigger than my head. I could not eat all of it, not because of ability, but because of schedule. There's a lot of food upcoming in this video, a lot of drinking, a lot of fun. And it all starts tonight with a double dinner. I'm doing the steakhouse and then the best restaurant here, Cristal. This place is going off tonight, during the week. Band, literally going off, and then this place is bustling, people everywhere. Tonight is gonna be interesting, I just have that feeling. The steakhouse is at the new Rius, at the Generation 4 and the recent Rius. I like the direction that they're going in terms of the venue. They're standalone spaces. They used to just be like an extension of the buffet. It was always outdoor seating, it was awkward, it didn't feel like an actual steakhouse experience. And the steakhouse is usually like the marquee spot or the concrete spot at any all-inclusive. So the new standalone space is very much welcome. I feel like they jacked Royalton style with the antlers and like the mounted animals. I'm not mad at it, I just feel like it's a blatant copy. But overall, again, I do like the direction that the steakhouse and steakhouses are going at Riu. The night continues, I'm off to Cristal for my second dinner. The band is wrapping up right now, and I'm headed down to the Jamaican show. I had to come back to the room to gather, to compose, to re-energize. That double dinner is always an insane idea. It makes me so sleepy. But also, I'm your travel Labrador, and I will never let you down. I'm here to explore as much of the property as possible, as always. So at Cristal tonight, I tried to do exactly that. I got outside my comfort zone, and I ordered things that I haven't ordered in a long time or rarely do, and I'm reminded why I do not order those things. I'm not saying they were bad, just not my style. Today is the most spectacular day I've ever seen in Jamaica in my life. I have never witnessed Jamaica like this before. This is energizing. This is exciting. This gives me a fresh new take on what Jamaica can be, at least aesthetically. Wow. Today is going to be exciting. I am genuinely nervous about today and tonight and what's about to go down. We have a lot to do. I have a lot to fill you in on. Let's go downstairs and get it started. So first things first, the entertainment last night was incredible, insane, unbelievable, mind-blowing, next level. Absolutely the best Riu entertainment show I've seen in my life. Not even close. In a different strata. And it may be that way permanently. I'm not sure anything can top that. I mentioned this in my Riu Palace Jamaica video. The Rius here in Jamaica, they do all their entertainment in-house. So it's specifically designed, it's different. The dancers are incredible people, hardworking. The show last night was an hour and a half. The encore was a performance within itself. After that, they socialized. They had like meet and greet. They are already working the door this morning. It's noon. They're getting everybody to the pool. They're introducing themselves. The entertainment here is really special. So today is hospital hot, heat stroke hot. Put you in your forever box hot. Torturous. I started my day off at the lobby, which is no looker, by the way, which is surprising because I think this is a ground up build and it already has paint peeling from the ceiling. It's dark, it's dungeony, it's dreary, but that actually kind of works in its favor because usually Riu Palace lobbies, they're kind of like synthetic and artificial. They're not very natural places to be, but this one is. It's got fantastic spacing and style. It's an easy transition to everything in the property from your rooms. It's also where Cappuccino is. And I went back there this morning expecting to have another crazy coffee, but I expected the same thing and I got a Bob Marley face on my cappuccino. My life is now complete. So cool. I was gonna have a drink at Daiquiri just to check it off the list because hitherto today it has been completely dead. But much to my surprise, today it had some action and that gave me some motivation and incentive to actually go back there later tonight. As of right now, today is pool day. There is an activity pool, which also does double duty as a relaxation pool, depending on the time of day and schedule. There is a water park and a kids park, but the two pools I'm interested in are the two with the swim-up bars. There's a family-oriented one, and then the adult-oriented one. Usually a Riu Palace family resort only has one swim-up bar, but this one has two, a family-oriented one and then an adult-oriented one. The cool thing about this family-oriented one is that it has a natural divider which compartmentalizes the pool. So if you want to have a clean family kid experience on one side, you can do that. But also if you want to keep your eye on the kiddos, have some fun in the shade and have a drink, you can do that at the swim-up bar. The vibe at the adult-oriented pool has been steady and consistent morning through afternoon, every day on this trip. And today, unfathomably, even when the weather was picture perfect, the vibe was at a bare minimum. And then, as they have done every day basically throughout this entire trip, when the clouds came in at 3 p.m., the vibe was on life support. The Riu Entertainment team jumped in and they tried to salvage the afternoon by putting on a little shindig, but the rain was coming down and it was underneath the awning. It just didn't have a very natural vibe. So I forewent that. I came up here, rested, relaxed, gathered myself, and now it's time for this evening. I have been genuinely nervous about tonight since a couple days ago because I know what it entails. It all starts with the Italian restaurant for dinner. You can take the Italian out of Riu, but you cannot take the Riu out of Italian. It's the same old experience at the Riu Italian restaurants. That was a blunt reminder of why I never do them. You can put on a fresh coat of paint, new style, new motif, new everything. It's always the same experience. It has been and always will be a salad bar buffet that's masquerading as a restaurant. And even though the salad bar buffet portion has increased its quality, which is very much needed, selections are way down, and then the entree choices are extremely limited. Only a handful. Food quality is subpar. I'm putting myself on a 2-year ban. I just can't do it anymore. Again, that was a blunt reminder of why I never do them. I should have just went to the buffet. Last night, I did check off the bar that's next to Riu Stage. I had a delicious Bob Marley, but there is another one that is behind Riu Stage. I'm doing that right now. And then after that, I have the main lobby bar, daiquiri, sports bar, and I think there is a discotheque lounge as well. So as long as we are checking things off the list, let's put Jamaicans doing a rendition of Atlantis Morissette. Never saw that one coming. Probably never will again in my life. The entertainment here is special, and you know it is because I, on my own volition, went to 2 consecutive shows. It's something I never do. I despise them. You know that. I do them reluctantly for you, to get outside my comfort zone, and of course to experience the entire resort. This entertainment for Riu is next level. And in general, they may not have the budget that the elite all-inclusives do, but when it comes to energy, experience, character, class, moxie, just overall vibe, this team is the lifeblood of the property. They are the experience here at Riu Palace Aquarelle. They're here at 10, 11 in the morning. They're working till 1 a.m. Long days, smiles, class, character, charm. The whole team is amazing. My favorites, Jadon and Rooster, but the whole team is just wonderful. I cannot praise them enough. Really, really impressive. So tonight I'm going with the flow. Apparently there is a DJ going on right now where the show left off. I'm told there's an after party more towards the pool and the beach. I think there's like a discotheque or lounge somewhere. And also I have the main lobby bar and the sports bar. Is this really going to happen? So last night I did not expect to have the best time and spend the most time at the DJ chill session. That comes on right after the show, same area. Drinks are easily accessible, 2 bars really close by. The dancers come out and they intermingle. They're really social. And my favorite moment was sitting all the way in the back up on that platform in the Jamaican breeze, which felt absolutely amazing, especially with a cold cocktail in my hand. And I just took in that night and my experience here. The DJ chill session actually moves more towards the beach and the pool at 11:30, which is a great idea because it cuts down on the noise pollution that goes up to the rooms, which I'll touch on in a moment. And that is actually like the club and the lounge. I had that mixed up a little bit. And then I did go by the sports bar again. Of course, I ate there earlier, but I wanted to go back for a cocktail. Check that one off the list. and I could have had numerous drinks at the lobby bar. I was just looking for the right time to do it, and that right time never actually materialized. I went back at 10:30 p.m. right after the show ended, and they were shutting down. On the website, it's listed as staying open until 1 a.m. That's not true because by 11 p.m., they were completely gone. So the effort was there. I'm giving myself a pass on the drinks, and the food still continues. I have one place left. Let's finish up at the breakfast buffet. Riu Palace, Jamaica in Montego Bay has the best Riu buffet I've experienced yet. Riu Palace Aquarelle is just a smidge behind it. It's close, but aesthetically there's no comparison. Aquarelle power slaps Riu Montego Bay, and not just in being modern and fresh, but in location and experience. The enormous floor-to-ceiling windows bounce light off the pure white motif, and the beach isn't just living artwork, something that you can truly appreciate throughout your meal. It's something that you can go do right after you're done eating. So moving forward, I have a brand new 10 category rating scale. Strengths are highlighted in green and weaknesses are highlighted in red. Besides those highs and lows in the core categories, the negatives for Riu Palace Aquarelle would be number 1, location. It is inconvenient. From the time you land and step outside the airport doors, you can add another hour by the time you get to the lobby at Riu Palace Aquarelle. It's in a weird no man's land isolated area where it's far both from Ocho Rios and Montego Bay. Number 2 would be the ambient room noise. Riu resorts usually aren't a place for relaxation or tranquility, but just in case you were hoping for some, you can forget about it. The building wraps around both the pools and Riu stage almost like it's meant to reverberate sound on purpose. And that sound is inescapable from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., basically the entire day and night. This layout and issue is common at many Rius, but it's still very notable here. Lastly would be confusion. What exactly is Riu Palace Aquarelle? Is it really a family resort? Normally, I'm very cognizant about not directly filming anybody in my videos, specifically kids, but at this family resort, I was whimsical with my discretion. I didn't have a care in the world. Think back throughout the video, or go look back. Precisely how many kids and families did you see? Riu Palace Aquarelle is truly an adults-only resort that is merely open to families. The Jamaican vibe compared to Cancun or Punta Cana is heavily adult. The Jamaican crowd, and everything that goes along with it, is heavily adult. Depending what the scene is like at the pool or which entertainment show you're seeing for the night, little Timmy or Tina might go through puberty early, or twice. PG-69 rating for sure. And because of that, the resort is really held back. Riu wants it both ways, adult forward and family fun, which is impossible. In terms of positives, the Riu Entertainment Team, the Riu Entertainment Team, the Riu Entertainment Team. They are the lifeblood of the property. Rooster, Sleepy, Kitty Cat, Blue, Jadon, the entire team is incredible. And because of that, they are also the vibe and they are also the experience of the property. It's all about the Riu Entertainment Team at Riu Palace Aquarelle. Overall, Riu Palace Aquarelle is close to Riu Palace Peninsula as the best family resort I've seen in the Riu ecosystem so far. The property is basically brand new, and over time, if it fixes shortcomings and finds an identity, Riu Palace Aquarelle has the potential to be one of the jewels of the Riu ecosystem.